Good afternoon, I'm Oscar Stafford from Shuttleworth College, and this is the final mountain board I'll be reviewing today. This is the MBS Comp 95 2014. Now this board has been customised, so I'll run you through the customisations I put on this board. This board retails ordinarily at £250, however with the customisations it will retail at around £400. Has a weight of 7.3 kilos, so it's a bit heavier than the other boards I've reviewed today, but makes up for it for being able to withstand more advanced terrain and much harsher conditions. The board also has an overall length of 116.7 centimetres, so it's well above the requirements for an adult board. So the deck itself is made from a Powerlam Composite Constructions, or PLC. Powerlam decks consist of horizontal laminate cores made from several different woods. These different types of woods are strategically layered to yield the optimum performance required for the type of deck. So this deck is a freestyle deck, so it's very, very springy and will provide a lot more air when used on jumps. Also, I use it for downhill. It gives me a little bit more suspension and allows me to overcome the larger dips and rougher terrain. The wood laminates are then covered in fiberglass to give it extra strength and provide an excellent background for decors to be applied. The deck also has angles again. These angles are 35 degrees, so they're quite a lot more than the, quite a lot steeper than the Highline and other MBS board. Gives it a lot more spring and also gives it a lower profile, so it's a lot better to ride at high speed. The bindings used are MBS F4 bindings. These bindings are very similar to the F2 bindings on the MBS Atom 95. They're very well ergonomically designed to cover the maximum amount of your feet, so that you get a much sharper reaction. However, these ones are made with ratchets, so you can get a much tighter fit on your feet, which is good for holding your feet when you're doing tricks like 360s and backflips. Also, on this board, I have MBS FX Pro 2 heel straps. These heel straps hold my foot solidly in the binding, giving me a much sharper reaction when I do heel turns, and also helping me to keep control while doing tricks like 360s and backflips. Okay, the trucks used on this board are MBS Matrix Pros. These are channel trucks, as opposed to the all-terrain straight trucks or ATS trucks used on the other two boards I've reviewed. These have a top hanger and a bottom bracket, which are connected by a kingpin, which is a long bolt that goes right the way through the middle here. The steering is then controlled by these two springs here, which provide the stiffness for the steering, so these two. And also these orange things in the middle are egg shocks. So these egg shocks come in different varieties with different composites which make them either stiffer or softer, which help with the stiffness and the resistance on the steering. This can be customised to your preference. However, there is also a guide to it. You'll use stiffer egg shocks for faster routes and softer ones for slower routes with more jumps. These trucks are also made with CNC 6061 T6 aluminium, which is extremely lightweight but very, very strong. The website advertises them as bulletproof, so from that they'll be very, very strong and be able to withstand the harshest terrain. These are one of the top-end trucks on the market today. They're very, very expensive because of that, and this makes up the bulk of the price of the board. The hubs used on the board are Tramper Superstar hubs. These are very, very lightweight but also very, very strong. They use a plastic rim around the outside where strength is not needed. This reduces the weight drastically. Also uses titanium spokes on the inside, which provide most of the strength. They're 5-spoked, so they provide a lot of strength while doing jumps and or downhill, and are held together with 5 4mm bolts to stop the truck coming apart. These are designed to be attached to boards for the riders who like the lightest weight equipment for their boards. The tyres on this, like the MBS Atom, are MBS T1s. Again, these tyres are one of the fastest on the market and also some of the lightest. They use a bead and acre profile, and they're very, very good for use on wet ground and loose dirt, which is why they're one of the main tyres used by downhill racers and border cross racers. The tread on these tyres is very, very deep, so it provides excellent grip on mud and on wet grass as well. However, it's very difficult to do tricks like power slides and J-turns. However, it gives you supreme grip when landing advanced air tricks like backflips, 360s and grabs. So this board is a very, very advanced board. Should be used by adult advanced riders while doing tricks or racing. I've customised this personally for downhill, however it can be used for freestyle as well because of the spring in the deck and the strength of the trucks and hubs. Only to be used by very, very advanced riders on very, very advanced terrain.